Now here's a map of the warring states as of about 300 BCE. This is 125 years after the warring states period began. And during the warring states period, the ritual style of warfare ceased forever. Wars during this entire period were fought without mercy and with the sole intention of achieving victory over the enemy and or the preservation of one's own state. It corresponds to Clausewitz's conception of war as a continuation of policy by other means. The most important part of this stage two warfare, this offensive warfare, was the expansion of the Qin dynasty, shown in light brown to the west. And in 300 BCE, as we've seen, as we see here, the Qin kingdom was only one of numerous kingdoms in the region, but it would eventually there we go. But it would eventually unify all of China, to repeat. And this shows the unified Qin Empire as of 220 BCE. Okay. Now, the discovery in 1974 of a pottery army of 6,000 life-size infantry, cavalry, and chariots near the first Qin emperor's mausoleum has given scholars a very clear idea of what a Qin army looked like. And it's interesting to note that although technology for forging iron had existed in China since about 500 BCE, only one iron weapon was found in this collection. All the others were made of bronze. This, along with other evidence, has been interpreted to mean that the Qin army's success was based on better organization and training rather than superior technology. During this period, armies greatly increased in size, probably as high as 600,000 men. Battles could be extraordinarily bloody. In one battle fought in 295 BCE, 240,000 men are reported to have been killed. It's probably an exaggeration, but still you're talking about a tremendous number of casualties. The Qin army was made up principally of peasant conscripts. The Han dynasty that succeeded the Qin initially used conscript armies too, but as the military threat diminished to one of dealing with nomads on the northern frontier, the Han moved to a military system based on smaller forces stationed on frontiers, together with so-called barbarian allies in the borderlands. Many common soldiers were drawn from convicted criminals whose sentences were commuted to military service. Among infantry, among the infantry, among infantry, the weapons systems gradually changed. The use of the spear gave way to that of the long sword, and the compound bow used among early archers gave way to the use of the crossbow, shown here. This is a replica of a crossbow used during the period of the Han dynasty. The crossbow could be more accurate and had greater penetrating power. It required more advanced casting for its bronze trigger mechanism and better training for firing accurately in military formation. It was not used for accuracy, though, so much as to fire arrows into a massed enemy formation. So it could be used accurately, but it usually is used as a kind of an area target weapon. And a tribute to Chinese ingenuity was the repeating crossbow. Now watch the following video and we'll pick up the story on the other side.